What's up, AA family?
Welcome back to the channel.
It's your boy Ant.
And it's your girl Anna.
And today we need to talk about relationships.
Yes, in a previous video, there was a few comments on people that wanted us to talk about relationships and how to have better communication and all that good stuff. So to start off with, the topic of relationship, there's so much that goes into it.
There's just so much stuff to talk about. And you know, we don't want to talk your guys' ear off, so we're not gonna make this video super long.
But we're gonna make this video nice and sweet and give you some points that has helped us. We've been together, it's going on to
almost
9 years.
Yeah.
That is crazy. July 12th will be 9 years since we've been together. High school sweethearts. So we don't know everything, but I feel like we have a pretty good relationship.
Yeah. We can always share, like, you know,
what has helped us.
Yeah.
So again, it's not perfect, because that's another thing I'm going to tell you off to start off.
Yeah, so like, let me say that right now. A lot of people may look into our relationship and think it's perfect, but no relationship is perfect. We have arguments sometimes, you know. You're a person. People aren't always going to agree with exactly the way you think about life and the world around you. So again, our relationship is great. I love my baby so much.
But it's not perfect.
But it's not perfect. No relationship
but we make it work
is perfect.
Because we love each other.
Yeah, and then sometimes a perfect relationship can get boring. So that makes it not perfect in its own.
Exactly.
So let's move on to some things that have helped us in our relationship.
Yes.
So,
you know, we always say this, communication is key. And one of the questions specifically from our last video was, how do I have better communication with my partner? You know, sometimes I know we have disagreements and we kind of get lost.
Yeah, so Anna speaks 2 languages, so she's an expert in communication.
What?
No, I'm fine.
My first advice would be process your feelings first. I know it's hard because, for example, when you get in a fight or disagreement, you tend to just blur anything
some crazy
out.
things.
Yeah. Like, I know Ant has made me mad previously, and I've said some stuff.
I hope the you do. You'll be a dead son of a
that I shouldn't have said. I apologize, but I would suggest that you process your feelings first.
Yeah, so if you do get into a heated argument or you feel an argument is about to come up, take a step back, breathe. Think about everything before you say, because you don't want to just speak irrationally.
You don't want to just be like, I wish you were dead. That's just an example. And words have power. You know, once you say it, it can't be unsaid.
When you're in an argument with somebody, the best way to get past that argument is to communicate about it. So if you're not taking the time to step back and think about what you're about to say before you actually say it, and think about if you really mean what you're about to say, that right there is going to kill the possibility of being able to effectively communicate about the actual issue at hand.
It's just gonna make it worse.
You know
I feel like if you just blur anything you feel at the moment, it's just gonna escalate everything.
Yeah. So y'all just saying a bunch of things that y'all don't really mean, and therefore you're not really communicating.
Exactly. It's just making things worse, and it's a waste of time.
So that's one thing about, like, communication.
Yeah, just
with arguments. So like in arguing, you want to kind of step back and think about it before you say what you're gonna say.
So another thing as well that, you know, I've learned in a relationship, you know, 9 years with my baby, is sometimes, again, we disagree, but I've learned to hear him. I will sit there and listen to what he has to say. I think that's very important, especially if you love the person, because what they say and how they feel matters. Just sit down and hear them out. Listen.
You can't communicate with somebody if you don't know what they're saying. Put your pride to the side and, you know, put yourself in their place. Even though it may not be the right thing, but you need to put yourself in that place so that way you're able to listen. So that way you're able to listen, and then that way you can effectively communicate with them and express yourself. But the last thing when it comes to communication is patience. You need to be patient with your partner so that way you can understand them. If you don't have patience with the person that you love or the person that you're in a relationship with, you're just not gonna listen to them, and they're not gonna probably listen to you either. You need that patience so that way you can sit down with the other person and talk through things with them. So for example, if you're having an argument, have that patience to sit down and listen to them. Like how we said in the beginning, you need to listen, and to listen you need patience. And then to not say what just comes to your mind, you need patience for that as well. So patience is key, guys, when it comes to communication. You need to have patience, that way you're able to not only allow your partner to speak to you, but for you to also respect yourself and not say things just as soon as they pop into your head. And then to ultimately come together and understand each other's ideas and thoughts and then come to a conclusion,
A
come to a
resolution.
compromise, a
Yeah.
resolution,
A solution.
a solution that you guys can then, okay, this is what it is. Can we move on from this? All right, we moved on from it. We're talking about this. Cool, we're good, and then we move on and we continue our relationship. So compromising, communication, those are big keys when it comes to having a relationship. Sometimes you have to say no to yourself and things that you want to do and things that you like. But if the other person isn't willing to do that for you at all, then that's not really a good relationship either. You need to have it both ways. You know what I'm saying? Like certain times, like, okay, yeah, I'll be like, okay, babe, we can go do this when I want to do that. Or, okay, you want to do it this way, I want to do it that way, but this time we'll do it your way. It's fine. But then, you know, next time if I want to do it my way and she's still like, nah, we doing it my way. Like, we
just don't let nobody walk
way.
over you.
You know what I'm
pretty
saying?
much,
like, that's not good either. It needs to be.
It's not healthy. Yeah.
It needs to be a compromise on both sides.
Yeah. If you feel like you're carrying the relationship yourself, then sis or bro, you're in the wrong relationship because that's not how it's supposed to be. Yeah. But that leads me on to the next and last tip, which is be yourself. You know, being yourself is really important. If you cannot be yourself around the person you're with, then it's probably not the right relationship for you.
Especially in the long run, you're not going to be... I mean, some people might be happy because all they care about is that other person.
I think eventually it will run out and you'll get exhausted. And,
it gets tiring.
And you'll get mentally drained. And so I feel like always be yourself. Never try to be this one person or thing that you're not.
And then you got to be another way when you're by yourself or with, you know, your homeboys or somebody else.
Exactly.
Like that, you know, like,
because be yourself. Like I think for me, like that's the most beautifulest thing. Like being authentic, being yourself. Yeah. If the other person loves you,
they're going to love you.
They're going to love you regardless. And they're going to love you for who you are, not who you pretend to be.
So, yes, like be yourself. I agree with that 1,000,000,000%, right? Be yourself. But also don't limit yourself from your other person giving you constructive criticism. So, you know, like, for example, I can tell Anna to, like, okay, like, you need to learn how to eat some vegetables because you're used to drinking soda all the time. You need to eat some vegetables and cut out some soda, you know what I'm saying? So, like, little things like that. Or Anna might tell me, you know, oh, you need to open up more and, like, talk more to people and not be, like, closed off all the time. It's not like a thing where she'd be like, oh, if you don't open up more, I'm gonna like leave you, or like you don't open up more because you're garbage. Like you're
oh
a bad person,
like
you know
putting people down. No, you can't do that.
Nah, it's not like that. It's constructive criticism. It's only something that is
just
gonna
to
help
make
me,
each other better.
Help me be the better version of the best version of myself.
And he's been helping me a lot in the gym as well. So I think that's, you know, stuff like that. Like just helping each other.
You always want to see the other person elevate and do better because then y'all both elevating together.
Both elevating.
You know what I'm saying?
But just to wrap it up real quick, I know we touched on communication, we touched on listening and hearing each other out, and we spoke about processing your emotions, your thoughts before saying anything when you don't agree with something. So just in general, those were 3 key things that's helped us to have better communication in our relationship. And then of course being yourself, that's like super important as well. But yeah, that was pretty much it, guys. Comment down below what other topics you guys want us to talk about or any other key points that you want us to touch on relationships. Make sure you comment below. Again, show love. We're a community. This is AA family. You guys dropped really great comments in the previous video.
You guys gave a lot of good feedback, especially giving advice too on certain situations that they've been through and how to make it better. So you guys are awesome. Continue to keep doing that within the comments and helping each other out because like Anna said, we are a community.
And for all the other people that comment in our video that they're going through hard times mentally, physically, emotionally, we got you guys. We're praying for you guys. We're rooting for y'all. We love y'all. And remember, you're not alone. That is like the main thing that I'm always going to say and always going to repeat over and over and over. You're not alone. We love you. We care for you and we're rooting for you. So without further ado, if you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below.
And also hit that bell, turn on post notifications.
We're also coming out with merch, guys. I am so excited.
I'm super excited.
So make sure you stay tuned. Merch is coming soon. You guys are going to love this. So make sure you guys stay tuned.
Today's notification shout out goes to James.
Notification shout out James, and shout out to James
and Wendy. Shout out to you guys.
James and Wendy, shout out to you. We love y'all. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye, y'all.
My type, baby, leave my type. Baby girl, don't leave my side.